Well, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in today. I'm really excited to bring you another mode lesson today. So yesterday we looked at the Lydian mode, and one thing I forgot to say yesterday was something I heard from my guitar teacher a while ago, is that the mode affects the mood, and it's something I probably should have said yesterday. So Lydian, we talked about yesterday, the mood is like cloudy, ethereal, heavenly, all of those kind of things. And that's the mood that's affected, right? So the mood from today's mode we're going to look at, the Aeolian mood, is very different. It's very different. The Aeolian mood that we're going to look at today is more sorrowful. It's a sadder tone. And the reason the reason that it's sadder is because the Aeolian mode is actually focused around the minor scale. In fact, if you know your pentatonic minor scale, so that would be this, and that's the basic, pentatonic minor scale. If you know that pentatonic minor scale, then you pretty much know the Aeolian mode. The Aeolian mode is basically that plus a little bit of flair to it, added notes. For more technical, boring kind of theory stuff, the Aeolian mode is actually the sixth position of the major scale, because it has its roots starting on the sixth note of that scale. So if we're in the C major scale, which is the Ionian mode, which we'll talk about in another video. The sixth position, so C is our first note, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the A. So it's the minor is the A minor. So it's the sixth position of the major scale, and that's the Aeolian mode. So it's going to have a very minor feel to it. That's what Aeolian is. It's got that very 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 sad, somber kind of a feel to it. And it's used a lot in rock, it's used a lot in blues, country, that kind of stuff. And so that opening jam I did, that was Aeolian mode over an A minor chord progression. So there's a big question that every guitar player has to wrestle with whenever they see an A minor chord at the beginning of, or any minor chord at the beginning. Is the mode I'm about to solo in, is that Aeolian or is it Dorian? That's going to be the big question. And we'll talk about Dorian in another video, but Aeolian, how you can tell. So let's say A minor is where we're at, okay? How you can tell is by knowing the notes that are added to the pentatonic minor scale. So here's the pentatonic minor scale. So there are two notes that are actually added into the A minor pentatonic scale that will tip you off to, oh, this is Aeolian, not Dorian. So for A minor, for example, the notes that are added in are B and F, which is here. So B and, no, here. That note right there, F. That's going to be it, B and F. Now if it's Dorian, A minor in Dorian, it's going to be an F sharp. So what we'll know is that if you're playing, let's say you're playing an A minor and then it goes to a D, nope, not Aeolian. Why? Because the D naturally has that F sharp in it, right? D minor, however, so A minor to D minor has that F note in it. So anything that that is actually in the major scale, major key of C, so C, G, F, A minor, D minor, E minor, those are all in the Aeolian mode. Those are all free game. D, nope, not going to work because it's got that F sharp in it. Okay, so that's a huge tip-off. The other thing that was really helpful to me of knowing the Aeolian mode was knowing that it's basically the C major scale, but it finds its home base around the minor, the sixth. So it finds its home base around the A note. So instead of playing the happy-go-lucky, you know, Ionian scale, what you'll find is you'll find more of the minor, and the A minor actually becomes the root and the bass for the Aeolian mode. So I'm going to go back into that little jam. It was A minor, D minor, F, and then C. And I'm going to show you how you can use the Aeolian mode in soloing over those chords. Okay, so let's get back into it. And I'm going to put a little overdrive on using the full drive 2, and then I have the looper pedal here, and I have a memory boy for a little bit more echo. Okay, so here's that progression. the Aeolian mode. It's a fun one to play in. Actually, it's, you can do a lot of even. That kind of stuff with it too. So Aeolian mode, it's usually sad, usually somber, but a lot of blues are played with it. A lot of pop songs actually are written in it, but remember, it's minor. Minor is where you find the roots. So if you know your pentatonic scales, and you pretty much will be able to play in Aeolian mode. Just remember the couple extra notes that are in it. So like that's, for example, that was just A minor. If it's in G minor, it's got an A to it, and it's got a D sharp in it. So just kind of go through all of those, and you'll find out whatever your sixth note is in your major scale, that's going to be your Aeolian, and just remember what those extra notes are in it and in your pentatonic scale, and you will be off and running playing in Aeolian. All right.